know what you think, red or green. It's just going to be a simple bow, one loop on each side. But let's get our sign attached. Now these signs come with a hole at the top and the bottom. You're going to need at least 48 pine picks, and we'll see what it looks like once I get it laid out, okay? So what we're doing is we're going to line this hole with this hole and this hole with this hole. So I'm just going to take my zip tie, run it right through those holes. I'm not going to do it tight, just to make sure that I get it even on both sides. Good morning, good morning. I am good. Y'all, I am packed and ready to go. So I was like, let's go live. Let's go live before I leave. Get up there. Okay, why is that not lining up? It lines up, but it's not pulling up the way I need it to pull up. Going anywhere fun? I am heading to Houston for a few days. All right, hold on. Let's try something else. I think the zip tie is not gonna let it go up. So let's do a pipe cleaner. Forgot it. That's okay, Regina. I'll look at it when I get done. Maybe we need to go here to here. Let me see. It lined up when I laid it down, y'all. Am I coming to visit you? I wish. I wish. Let's see what that looks like. I miss you too. Okay, that's what we're going to do. That's perfect. Because I still need to be able to get to these holes. So that is going to work. Let's twist that in place so it does not move on me. There we go. And then we can just clip these off. So the pipe cleaners allowed me a little more give. See? And it's not going to move. So we are golden. Golden. You should pop in at Wreath Makers Live. Unfortunately, I'm going to be busy. So we're just going to take that zip tie, put it right back down in that hole. Okay, so there we go. Our sign is attached. Zip ties, y'all can see I couldn't add those till we got the sign on, but I needed to show you how to attach the sign. Y'all, that gnat is driving, oh, I got it. Driving me nuts. But not anymore. So we are just using the outside sets of holes. Just like that. hello, hello. I know, I love this sign too. Y'all know I'm all about the Santas at Christmas. Almost, y'all, almost. So what do y'all have going on today? Anything fun? Or are we all working? This is a 12-inch sign, yes ma'am. This one I got from Unique in the Creek last year, I believe. Okay, got our zip ties in. Let's go ahead and zip them up, and then we can start adding our pines, our holly. Now this one is available on my website already if you want it. It says live with today's date, and it's monkeyscreations.com. But it will not ship until I get back Monday. So if you can hold off, I'll get it shipped when I get back. Oh, you're watching the grandkids? Fun. All right. So these pine picks I get from Amazon. They are 10-inch, almost 10-inch pine picks, and about a 3-inch wide if you're looking for it on Amazon. So I'm just going to take and put 3 pines kind of right together, and you notice I'm just kind of bending them up so they're not flat. You can also see that I've got black marks where I'm going to put my hollies. So there's no guessing. You can write directly on your board. Do you know how many pines come in a bag? I do not. These are left over from last year, so I have no idea. Sorry. So we're going to start here. Right here's where a pine is, or a pick is going. Okay, so we're just going to get these. Aren't those pretty? These are my favorite holly picks. And I got these from Craft Outlet, I believe. Wait, let me see where that one's going to hit, because I want it high enough where it's not going to be hidden, right? But I don't want to see that stem either. I want it kind of just poking out. So let's just say it's about 3 fingertips from here to where I'm zip tying it in. Now I gotta line these back up because I was playing. There we go. And then I'm not even gonna fuss with them until I get it all on there. Same holly picks the kit with the sign. Great mind. Really? That's awesome. So y'all can go to Unique in the Creek if you want a kit like this. It won't come with the pines, I don't believe, but you'll get the sign and the picks. I use this sign just about every year, and I love it. So right here's where my bow's going. So I'm not going to put a holly there. I'm only putting a holly every 3 holes. I think you should be doing Friday dances today. You want to do a Thursday dance? This kit is on an oval and not pines. There y'all go. If y'all want an oval, go grab it. Okay, so I've marked here. That's where our bow's going to go. And then we can always fill in once everything is on there, okay? So don't worry if you see the board right now. I will fill it in. Okay, so just kind of arching them a little bit. Okay, so we're back to our holly because that's what my board told me. Three fingers. Hey, hey. I believe I got the Lori, do you have just the holly by itself? Try Unique in the Creek. If they don't have it, I know I got these from Craft Outlet. Okay, she doesn't. So, Craft Outlet, y'all. The pine picks I got from Amazon. I'm going to take a minute to plug in my glue gun, just in case we have to fill in any spots. Then we don't have to wait for my glue gun to heat up. Because I'm smart. Okay, back to a holly. And you can see that I'm not cutting these pieces off. And you can see how it's hitting. I like to, if I can, double zip tie them. So they're zip tied here. And then when I zip tie this one, they'll be zip tied here. So they're double zip tied. Are y'all sleeping this morning? Talk to me, talk to me. Y'all know I can't just sit here and talk to myself. I can't do it. Good morning. Got one more, and then we're back to a holly. Would putting ribbons and mesh be okay out in the garage and totes to store? Should be. Should be. As long as, I mean, even those totes don't always seal very well at the top. So, I mean, just make sure you're not running your vehicles in there or anything like that, because it will still get in your totes, if that makes sense. Because I can look at my totes right now and tell it's not completely sealed. Where's your little assistant? He is glued to the TV right now. He only gets a certain amount of time to play, so when he gets to play, he takes advantage of it. Your son's football camp? Awesome. Good morning. I maybe should have put 4 in each of these, but we'll see. We'll see what it looks like. this cute? I love working with these pines. All right, that to our holly. Do y'all write on your boards when you're working on a design? It gets covered up, so you don't have to worry about it. I think I missed a... Did I miss something somewhere? Hold on. Pine picks came from Amazon. Nope, maybe I didn't. Poly burlap phrase, yeah, that's why you will always see when I work with poly that I would burn it, because I'm not even going to mess with it if I don't. All right, I am going to have to cut these down because it's not going to fit underneath. All right, let me see what that looks like. Cute. I can see the red berries in between, and we can move kind of those berries around, but it's definitely not as full, and I can see the board. So we know our bow's going here. You need more doors. So let me see how many I have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Look, I have 16, y'all. So I am going to go back and put 4 in each one. So let me see if I can squeeze them in. Okay. I'm going to mark where I started, that way I don't get confused. So I'm just taking a pipe cleaner right there so I know that's where I started. Oh, go, 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 gadget. Okay, that one's in. Go, go, gadget. Lord, I have no idea what's wrong with me this morning. So I'm kind of putting one on this side of the zip tie and then one on that side of the zip tie. That's what I'm trying to do anyway, if that makes sense. I'm going to cut that down a little bit. Now I could just glue them for sure, but they are sliding in with a little bit of oomph. A little bit of oomph, oomph. Oh, y'all seeing like the top of my head. You seeing all my grays. And then we'll have to fluff all this back out, y'all. So if you're going to make these, go ahead and just put 4 in each one if you're using these picks. So if you want this one, go grab it on my website. Otherwise, it's going to be more expensive when I get off of here. Because I'm sweating. And I can't see any of your comments. It's called wisdom here. Oh, Lordy be. Alright, I'm actually going to glue that one a little bit since it's not cooperating and I don't have all day. Shoot, it'd probably just been easier for me to zip tie another piece in rather than do all this, y'all. Just grab you another zip tie and zip it. But we've almost got it now. We've almost got it. Y'all just double zip tie them. I'll show you what not to do. And that's fight with these daggone picks. Alright, last one going in, y'all. Of course it's gonna. Are y'all laughing at me? They won't have to double zip tie. You show them to use 4. Yeah, just use 4, y'all. Just use 4. You know, I try to get away with, you know, showing y'all that you can use just like 1 roll of mesh on these boards and not as many picks and those kinds of things. But y'all, sometimes it just doesn't work like that. All right, so I'm going to kind of angle them out because I want you to be able to see the words and still see these holly coming through. So I'm just kind of picking it up so it's not flat. Where's my other ball? I guess that one only had 2 balls. Still better than gluing each one. Exactly. Exactly. Let's see if I can get that ball up. All right. Well, there we go. Hold on, I can see something I don't like right there. So just move them around until you're happy. Oh, there's the 3rd ball. There we go. There you go. So very simple. We can always add more of the holly if we need to. And I'm thinking I might because they just look empty. So we could always add, what could we add? Let me see what one more in between would look like, y'all. Cut it down a little bit. Red berries. Do I know where my red berries are? So we could add some more of the holly, which I actually kind of like. Got any white snowy picks? Let me see. Now that I don't have to leave the room, actually got this we could break off and add little pieces of it. Jingle bells. Didn't eat my Cheerios this morning. That's actually kind of pretty. So it does add a little something, something. Let's grab my bigger ones because I'm over the fighting. What do y'all think about that? Yeah, I'm going to do a little bow, not a big one. But I felt like it needed something, a little something else. I like that. So let's just glue these in. Let's just go for it, y'all. Just wing it. Just do it. So I'm definitely not going to fight with these. I'm just going to glue them. Make sure it hits that pine. That little something. That glittery goodness. Let's take that piece off. You like the frosted pine? I do too. This is what I use in my home decor at Christmas. I just grabbed it. Oh, I put it on upside down. Oh no, I got glue on my shirt because it knew I was going to wear it to the airport. Exactly what it needed. I think so too. You're so smart. So y'all definitely better go grab this one off my website already, because I'm putting a lot more money into it. Oh, I was like, why did that just pull out like that? But it was because that's where I was playing. It plays off his beard. I think it needs more though. Yeah. Working my arms today. Just gonna keep adding because I think it looks awesome with it in there. So I'm just probably gonna use the rest of this pick so that I can just get rid of the pick, y'all. Because why not? You would have looked around to come up with. Well, yeah, we do. We do think so much alike, y'all. Y'all, we'll come up with ideas and we'll see each other doing them and we're like, oh my God, I literally had the same idea. So if that one's kind of going out, I'm kind of going up and in. Still making sure that I'm grabbing that pine so that it has something to stick to. That was a little wimpy piece. I gypped this section. Now our bow is still going to go right there, so I'm keeping that in mind. there. Even gonna use this small piece that will go in somewhere. Right under that holly. Just using this up, y'all, so I can throw the pick away. Oh, yeah. That's not going to work. So Chris Merritt from Red Wine Designs will be live with y'all tomorrow. And she's going to do something awesome for y'all that I haven't even done. So make sure you tune in tomorrow. I'll find out what time she's going to go live and I'll make an event for y'all. Some right there. And then I will be back Monday. Probably won't be live Monday, but I'll be back. I'll be back. Ugh. This big piece right there. That one just looks like a lonely little piece. Let's add to that bad boy. All right, 2 little pieces. I'm just going to use them. Yes, she will do a Friday dance for y'all. Because I just told her she was. I just told her she was. All right, last piece, y'all. Now I'm happy with it. Now I'll make sure a lot of this is moved out of the way so you can still see the writing. But let's make a small bow to go right down here. I did just volunteer her. I'll get a message soon. Where's my water? Oh, there's my water. I need my water, y'all. So I'm just probably going to do like a 1 loop on each side. Nothing fancy. Should I do the green or the red? I'm leaning to the green. And now that we've got this greenery added that has the glitter and a little bit of sparkle, old-fashioned look. Oh, thanks. I'm thinking the red, before I wasn't okay with the red because I thought there was enough red in the sign, but now that I'm looking at it, I'm actually thinking leaning towards the red more than the green, whereas before I was leaning to the green. So let's do red, y'all. Let's see how much we have left. Let me like make my loops first and see. So I'm thinking just a 6-inch, or maybe a 5-inch. Let's go 6. White wasn't an option, Carol. It wasn't an option. And then we'll just split whatever I have left as a tail. Good morning. And then maybe we'll put a holly or something in the middle of the bow. We'll see. Now we could have always, I think I have some 7/8 red, so we could have made a bigger loopier bow and it not cover up so much money, but I don't see it right offhand. Let's just find some holes. I do. I'm leaving here about 9. I fly out at 11. 11 something. Or I'm sorry, fly out of here at 1 something. Leaving here about 11. So I'm just finding 2 holes. Snugging that in there. Just kind of slide or slant our tails. Why does that look? It is. That's so much bigger. But we're gonna camo it. that a little curl. Thanks, y'all. And then, do y'all think I should add, let me cut this down a little bit more. Should I kind of add a holly to my bow? See, and that's what I mean by kind of camouflaging that loop was bigger than this one. Look, there's always a way around it. I actually really like that. I like that holly in there. What do y'all think? Yes, you like that? I like it too. I like it a lot. So let's do it. Let's do it. See, now you can't tell that that loop was bigger. That's so smart. So smart. Get that loop up there a little bit more. There we go. So there you go. Isn't that pretty? So we'll just take another zip tie. There's the test. Run the zip tie here, and that's what we'll hang it from. Or you can make a hanger like I showed y'all yesterday. Use pipe cleaner. And you can make a hanger right up here to hang it by. I'm having a problem here. There we go. The sign came from Unique in the Creek last year. I know she's got a kit with this one this year, but I don't know if she has the sign by itself. Otherwise, you can get it from Craft Outlet probably. But this is probably one of my most favorite signs at Christmas. There you go. Now I'm sure I'll probably adjust it once I get it hung up outside to take pictures, but isn't it pretty? There's the bow. Can put that bow up a little bit here. There we go. I like that a little bit better. There you go. All right, so this one is listed on my website, monkeyscreations.com, but please remember it will not ship until I get back. So it will probably go out Tuesday if you order it. Chris will be on tomorrow, so I'll find out what time, create an event for her before I get out of here. And y'all have an amazing weekend. I will not be on hardly any at all. I'm actually going to schedule my posts throughout the weekend. So you will probably not catch me on Facebook much at all this weekend. But I'll see y'all again Monday. All right. Have an amazing weekend, y'all. Bye.